deep for Northwestern. And here we go. Toward the middle of the field over McCrory's head, and Northwestern starts at the 20. Much has been said of the Northwestern defense, but the offense hasn't been too shabby either, with 97 points in the last 3 weeks. Bobo Thompson will be the quarterback.
Jeff, the offense really has matured over the last few weeks. Bobo Thompson just coming into his own as the varsity quarterback, making great decisions. And it really shows that the Trojans were known more as a big play team early, and now they're starting to be more of a long-term drive team, holding that ball. That could be real important today.
They'll open in the shotgun in a passing set from the 20-yard line. Thompson surveys the field, has time, and goes deep to McCrory, has a step, and almost makes it at the Spartanburg 35. Could not quite hang on. It looked like Antoine Surratt was back there defensively.
Surratt was there, but McCrory had a step on him, and he really just broke out of that pack. A nice touch on that pass by Thompson. And if nothing else, the Trojans are going to show the Vikings that, you know, we are a threat to pass. Don't load up and watch for the run only.
Only one pass last week in the rain. Offensive line, Chuck Slaughter will be the tight end. Cliff Conant, left tackle. Barrett Naynors, the left guard. Trey Hernandez, the center. Matt Garner, right guard. And Cale Conant is the right tackle. 2nd and 10 at the 20. Bobo Thompson wants to throw again. Runs out of time and is down at about the 12-yard line.
Alfred Clowney, the leading tackler for the Vikings there.
Up front for Spartanburg, Sean Lewis and Larry Brown are the ends. Kobe Fowler and Desmond Meadows the tackles. Smallest one out of those four is Larry Brown at 274 pounds. Nick Lytle and Martin Landrum are the outside backers. Clowney and Duran Mills the inside. Johnny Tucker, Cedric Pearson the corners, and Jabus Reinhardt the starting safety, but we have already seen Surratt in the secondary, and he's there right now. 3rd down and 10. First time these two have ever met each other for the state championship, but really no strangers to this game.
Trojans split their tight end out wide left.
And here's Thompson to throw again, rolling left. Gets to the corner, he's going to keep it, and he's hit just across the 15-yard line, and Northwestern will have to punt. Clowney again over there for Spartanburg.
And a good start by the Vikings here. 3 and out for the Trojans. But again, the Trojans decided to come out a little different here. They looked to open it up so Spartanburg wouldn't pack it in.
Kyle Saverance will punt. Antoine Surratt is deep at midfield, and Saverance hits it short. It'll bounce inside the 40-yard line and roll up to about the 42 of Northwestern in great field position for Spartanburg.
That's right. The Northwestern defense is going to have to come on from the very start of this game, faced with the Vikings starting on their side of the field.
Spartanburg averaging over 40 points a game in the playoffs, and they do it mostly on the ground. They have a huge offensive line. And our quarterback, maybe their most dangerous runner, Brandon Sims. They start at the Northwestern 42. Sims is in the shotgun. Drifting to the 50, he's going to keep it. Has some room, and it gets inside the 40-yard line and picks up about 5 to the 37, maybe 38-yard line.
Justin Rainey had good pressure on him that time in the backfield, just slipped and couldn't quite make the tackle. And again, that's one of those positions we're going to have to watch today. With him out, Rainey will be one of the players called on to fill in at linebacker. 2nd
down and 6 after a 4-yard gain to the Northwestern 38. Brandon Sims, who really became their #1 quarterback early in the season in the Rock Hill game. Runs the straight quarterback handoff, or quarterback keeper, and he's inside the 30-yard line for a Spartanburg 1st down.
Big hole that time on the right-hand side of the line.
And no thought of anything but just the straight run by Sims. 10-yard gain, 1st down to the 28. 2 weeks ago, Northwestern went on the road to Stratford, and Stratford picked up 2 first downs in their first series. That's the only series in the last 3 weeks in which the opponent has had more than 1 first down. First down at the Northwestern 28. And they hand it off to Lewis, and Travis Lewis is inside the 25. Travis Lewis and Donovan Gist will alternate at tailback, and between them, they're close to 2,000 yards. 4-yard gain to the 24. Second down and 6. Paul Lyons and Jake Russell up front with Chris Minton and Josh Beasley. Juwan Marshall, Corey Harvey, and Justin Rainey, the linebackers. Tony Nelson, Adrian Hart, Jonathan Joseph, C.J. Barber in the secondary. We'll also see Broderick McCrory a lot at a cornerback. 2nd and 6 at the 24. Sims takes off on the right. And Sims beats one tackle, gets to the corner, and has a first down near the 5.
Once again, good blocking along the front. They're taking care of that defensive front of the Trojans, and the linebackers are trying to shield blocks, and they're coming up and just missing some tackles.
And Juwan Marshall comes up limping. Northwestern already thin at linebacker after Denzel Hinton suffered a broken arm last week. They say that Sims stepped out at the 9. It's 1st and goal.
Marshall trying to stay in, but visibly limping.
Drive started at the Northwestern 42. And here is Sims on the handoff. Lewis is hit in the backfield for a loss of 1.
And good penetration finally by the Trojans.
And Chris Minton makes a tackle at the 10-yard line. Northwestern 56 sacks and 86 tackles for loss. That's an average of just over 10 times a game that they have thrown somebody for a loss. And they give up just 44 yards. Well, they gave up just 43 yards last week against Dorman, 48 on the ground this year through an average of 14 games. And here is Lewis, who breaks a tackle and gets down to about the 6.
Effective strategy there by the Vikings. What they did, they split 3 wideouts to the far side of the field, 1 on the short side. So they're spreading that Trojan defense out just really for running purposes to give less defenders up in the box.
3rd and goal at the 6.
Big play here early for the Trojan defense.
4 wideouts. Surratt is out to the right. He is their main threat. Sims fakes the handoff, rolls and throws, and it was almost intercepted. There's a flag down. C.J. Barber almost had it, and he might have run for a while.
It's going to be a close call here. There was the defender was right there at the receiver.
It's against Northwestern.
And unfortunately, probably interference on that particular receiver.
It will take the ball to the 3-yard line. Max Melton, you hear the referee today. Jim Bull is the linesman. Line judge is Homer Edwards. First and goal at the 3. Keeps the series alive for Spartanburg. Here's a straight run by Sims. He got a good hit at about the 5, knocked forward to about the 3, which is the line of scrimmage.
Justin Rainey there coming on a blitz. Talking to Coach Bobby Carroll before the game, and he asked him specifically if he had some new blitz packages in. He said, yeah, they're going to try some different stunts this week, of course, trying to negate Sims and his running ability.
2nd and goal at the 3. They go jumbo with the big lineman in there, set up a power I. Sims under center. Lewis stuck it. No, they faked it to Lewis. Sims keeps it and gets down to the 1.
Excellent fake there.
And Juwan Marshall saved a touchdown at the 1-yard line.
That was a great fake into the line, and I tell you, the Trojan defenders, Juwan Marshall just did a great job being alert and not falling for that.
Sean Lewis, 305-pound defensive lineman, into the backfield. He's number 55. 3rd down from the 1. Sims to Lewis for a touchdown.
Followed his blockers right in. Nice hole. And the Trojans who gave the Vikings good field position to start the game. The Vikings cash in on it, driving the distance 42 yards in their first possession.
That's the first touchdown scored against Northwestern's first-string defense since Spartanburg got in the end zone 6 weeks ago. And here's Jared Clifford for the extra point. And Spartanburg leads this one 7-0 with 6:15 to go first quarter. A 42-yard drive in 9 plays. And Travis Lewis goes in the last yard. Spartanburg leads at 7-0.
Northwestern chose to come out wide open offensively. That second down loss of 8 yards really hurt them, and on third down they of course could not convert, and when they punted, the Vikings gained great field position.
Clifford's kickoff put the first one in the end zone and puts the second one there too. Northwestern again will start at the 20. Came out throwing first series, and they had a guy open deep on the first play. They had Roderick McCrory who had a step, and the ball looked like it went through his hands.
And Bobo Thompson on that play just had a significant amount of time to throw the ball. No pressure. It took a while for the play to develop. McCrory finally broke out of the pack, and the ball was well placed, just not quite able to catch it.
Again, they go from the shotgun. And it's Thompson on the keeper, and he gets a yard to the 21. Faked it to Rainey, and then play seemed to die for just a moment before Thompson picked up a yard.
Spartanburg that time was able to push and make penetration on that right side. Really took away the option, so Thompson just had to look inside. Desmond Meadows there, North-South All-Star for the Vikings, to make the tackle.
Meadows is their best lineman. Second down and 9 at the 21. Thompson rolls, throws into the flat. It's caught by Jason Coleman, and he's across the 25 to the 26. It'll be 3rd and 4.
That time they just flooded the right side. Found Coleman open and a little crease in the zone.
Martin Landrum made the tackle at the 26. 3rd down for Northwestern. Two Region 2 opponents. Of course, Region 2 will be no more after this year, but I think once we get in the playoffs, we'll see the old friends again. Thompson rolls, throws, has a man open, but overthrows his man. Was that Darrow Chisholm out there? No, it was C.J. Barber.
Yeah. Throwing on the run to the left side. Fired it just a little too high for Barber.
So again, Northwestern is 3 and out. And Savarance will kick it to Surratt. Drops back to his 40-yard line. Savarance floats this one across the 50-yard line. It'll bounce at the 45. Northwestern roll all the way down inside the 30, and it dies at the 29.
That's the way to change field position. Good punt by Sevens.
A 45-yard kick, and with Spartanburg out in front of Northwestern 7-0, we'll pause for this.
Rolling Hills Nursery and Landscaping Incorporated has been supplying quality trees and shrubs in your town
last week like nobody has done all year.
And in that game, Rock Hill got out to the fast start, and then Spartanburg took over later.
It is the keeper. Now they slip the ball to Lewis, and Lewis gets up to the 40-yard line for a first down. We are quite a bit further from the field than we're used to being here, and the way that Sims has faked the ball so far has given us a little bit of a problem. But that's a first down. Lewis gets 2 yards to the 40. They get twins to the short side and run from the I for the first time. And there's the toss to Donovan Gist, and he is hit behind the line of scrimmage.
Juwan Marshall was there first for the Trojans, did a good job of turning that play up.
And Corey Harvey also in there.
Corey finishes him off.
2nd down and 11 at the 39. First we've seen the sophomore in a tailback Gist, who now comes off.
And really the Trojans from here, like you say, they're down 7-0. First time they've been down in the playoffs, first time anyone scored. They just need to settle their nerves down, start making some things happen on their side. Do something to put their offense in good field position if they can as well. Less
than 3 minutes to play first quarter. 2nd down 11 at the Spartanburg 39. And Northwestern has this one sniffed out. Surratt, nowhere to go.
Inside option play. Northwestern saw it coming. Paul Lyons was there to make the tackle for a loss.
Good penetration. And Lyons finishes the play for a loss of 3. It'll be 3rd and 14 at the 36.
The beauty of that play offensively is it's a forward pass. So if it's mishandled, hits the ground, it's just an incomplete pass.
Now Gist comes back in at tailback. 3rd and long. Obviously Northwestern wants to bring up these kind of down and distance situations, and here's a flag because Sims is a much better runner than he is a thrower.
Really surprised in this set with this kind of distance that they don't have Surratt in the game on 3rd and long.
3rd and longer now. Max Melton. I think we started to give you the officials. Max Melton, the referee, the umpire, Jim Bull, the line judge is Homer Edwards, the linesman, Will Alexander, the side judge, Brian Sheely, the field judge, Wilson Hunter, back judge, Jim Shire, ECO is Ernest Ledbetter. 3rd and 19. The imaginary line is right at midfield. And they run the draw. Donovan Gist gets to the 40-yard line, well short of the sticks, and Spartanburg will have to punt. Spartanburg running conservative on 3rd and long.
Had a brief opening there at the line, but the linebackers for Northwestern doing a good job to close that down.
Jared Clifford kicks the ball for Spartanburg. And it's inside the 25 and dead at the 24. Northwestern will get another shot on offense. 1:21 first quarter. We'll be back at Williams-Brice after this. 24. Thompson will keep it himself. Gets across the 25 to the 27 before he's hit. Got 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Rainey yet to touch the ball for the Trojans offensively.
Kobe Fowler made that last tackle. Of course, Justin doing double duty today.
That's right. We used to see him come in sporadically on defense, usually at defensive back, but he's doing double duty, primarily playing that linebacker today. Probably going to see Will Currents there as well.
2nd down and 7. And they get trips to the long side. And now Coleman comes over and sets on the other side. McCrory in motion. They fake it to him. Thompson runs the option. Late pitch to Rainey, and he can't quite break that tackle at the corner. Duran Mills saved a big gainer at the 30-yard line.
And that was good patience there by Thompson. Once again, Spartanburg had good penetration on the end. I think Thompson thought about cutting that back up inside, but he stayed patient. Larry Brown with that good penetration, and then a late pitch by Thompson to Rainey almost turned into a big play.
Mills made a saving tackle because if Rainey had hit that sideline, he would have run for a while. 3rd and 4. And that's the end of the first quarter. 7-0 Spartanburg leading Northwestern here at Williams-Brice. We'll have 3rd and 4 at the 30-yard line. Northwestern still looking for its first down. Thompson will throw for it to the sideline, and the catch by Brandon Pay for a 1st down at the 37.
Trojans just taking what the Vikings will give them there. A nice little cushion. Pay stopped his route short. Nice fire in there by Thompson. put it in there low so it couldn't be intercepted, and Pay made a nice grab right off the top of the turf.
And they mark it at the 36 for a 6-yard gain and Northwestern's first down tonight. Pay comes wide out to the long side. Run from the eye with Jonathan Williams, the fullback. And they give it to Justin Rainey, and Rainey is stuck down after a gain of a couple to the 38.
That was Clowney once again for Spartanburg. Good hard running, though, by Rainey.
Rainey had 128 yards last week. Comes into the game with 1,240 yards and 21 rushing touchdowns. 2nd down and 8. Trips to the long side. Thompson tries to turn it back. There's a flag down. Thompson tackled after a gain of just 1. Let's check out the penalty. Procedure against Northwestern, so Spartanburg will have the option, and I would imagine they might take the play. Bring up 3rd and about 7.
A little look there by the Trojans, though. They just a little, what I'll call a soft roll to the right. They kept Rainey back there as a pitch option, so really a couple of different options. Thompson could have taken it up like he did, could have pitched it, and he was looking downfield.
Spartanburg does take the play. It was no gain, and it's 3rd and 8 at the 38.
Didn't have enough men on the line of scrimmage, so they go back to that set again. They're going to have to watch that. But a nice little play, a little variation on the option. Gives them a different look, something different for the Vikings to defend.
And again, they have 4 wide receivers. Thompson sets up.
He's got wide
open, and it is caught by Jonathan Joseph.
How did he get back there so wide open?
Joseph was 10 yards behind the defense.
He was waiting there. As Thompson rolled right, I've scanned downfield, and Joseph was just standing all alone waiting for the pass to get to him.
62 yards. And with 1 play, Northwestern gets back in it. Savrance will attempt to tie it early in the 2nd. 10th touchdown pass of the year for Thompson. Savrance makes it a 7-7 game with 10:25 to play in the half. Joseph, Northwestern Shrine Bowl safety, in on offense, gets behind the Spartanburg defense. 62-yard touchdown pass from Bobo Thompson, and this game is tied at 7. And here is Savrance to kick it off. Angles it to the sideline. It gets into the end zone. Spartanburg starts from the 20. First quarter that was pretty much dominated by Spartanburg. And we can tell you just how much here as we get the statistics furnished today by Mr. Roosevelt. Okay. I should know his first name. I can't think of it at the moment. It'll come to me. And we'll give him to you as soon as we can. Spartanburg starts at the 20.
I think it was Oliver Roosevelt.
Oliver Roosevelt. There you go.
Great assist by David Bain.
Sims keeps it. Gets to the 20 and maybe 2 yards to the 22.
That was a key drive for Northwestern, though. I tell you, felt a little out of sync, and now that they've got the score tied, starting to feel that momentum and shift and feel a little more comfortable with what they're doing out there.
Well, Northwestern had just 5 rushing yards in the first quarter. Spartanburg had 49 and 5 passing yards. Spartanburg had 6. So right now Spartanburg looks at 2nd down and 8 on its 22. Sims taking a long time here. Gets the play underway. Looks downfield, throws into the flat, has a man across the 30. First down at the 35. Ball's out of there, and it looks like Northwestern.
Trojans have it.
The game's first turnover.
Josh Beasley, I believe, number 95, on the ball for the Trojans. Spartanburg found a receiver open just in behind the linebackers, and then a hard hit there knocked the ball loose. Josh Beasley hustling downfield, jumps on that ball and secures it immediately.
And Northwestern has it at the Spartanburg 38. So if they can take advantage of it here. It's Rainey, and he drives to about the 31 for a gain of 7. Northwestern's best looking running play so far. It is a gain of 7, second down and 3 at the 31. Rainey, the lone setback. Thompson to Rainey, trying to get outside to the right, tripped up, gets to the 30. Third down and 2.
Sean Lewis, defensive end there, did a nice job tripping up Rainey.
And there is a Spartanburg player down, so while they come out and look at him, we'll pause and come back right after this.
Rolling Hills Nursery and Landscaping Incorporated has been supplying quality trees and shrubs in your...
They have to help him off the field. Northwestern got a chance here when Javis Reinhardt caught a pass good enough for a first down, but fumbled across the 35, and Josh Beasley recovered for Northwestern at the 38. And now it's 3rd and 2 at the Spartanburg 30. 7-7 game. 8:40 to go, first half. Running the option, Thompson. He'll keep it. First down to about the 22.
Good decision there. Followed his fullback, Williams, right into the hole.
And Northwestern looks like they've settled down.
They certainly do.
8-yard gain and a first down. We get Brandon Pay to the long side of the field. He's the lone wide out there and 2 tight ends. Rainey. And Rainey is inside the 20 for a gain of 3 or maybe 4. They're going to give him to about the 19.
Trojan offensive line now starting to win some of those battles at the line of scrimmage early in the first quarter. Vikings were making good penetration, disrupting the plays. Especially on this drive, we've seen the Trojans really pushing back the Viking front.
Second down and 7 at the 19. And Northwestern wants a timeout. 7:45 first half. This game's tied at 7.
John's Family Restaurant and Pizzeria specializes in all your home-cooked favorites, served up hot.
Had only 10 yards of offense in the first quarter. They have 89 already in this quarter. Second down and 7 at the Spartanburg 19. Brandon Pay goes in motion. Thompson drops it, picks it up, and slips down at the 33.
Tough break there for the Trojans. He dropped the ball, and then as he reversed field, he had a good idea there once he had dropped the ball to reverse field, see if he could buy a little time. And as he looked to the end zone, he just slipped on the turf.
A 14-yard loss. 3rd and 21 at the Spartanburg 33. And Northwestern hit the touchdown pass on 3rd and long. It was 3rd and 8. And they hit a 62-yarder to Jonathan Joseph. Thompson steps up in the pocket. Wobbly pass to the sideline. Joseph can't quite at the 5-yard line.
Great attempt by Joseph.
Joseph was mano-a-mano with Antoine Surratt at the 5-yard line. And Joseph juggled it, tried to tip it to himself at the sideline, but couldn't make the catch. It'll be 4th down and 21.
Thompson did a great job eluding pressure, too. Larry Brown in there. Just stepped around a couple of defenders, bought himself some time, and made the throw towards the end zone.
Severance will try to pin Spartanburg deep. Low snap. Severance angles it to the sideline, bounces inside the 10, rolls inside the 5.
Nice punt there. Great job, Mr. Severance.
Spartanburg has it between the 3 and the 4. So now we'll see if the Northwestern defense can do something about this field position. Spartanburg scored the first time it had the ball, got a short field, 42-yard drive. Brandon Sims standing in the end zone. Sims runs to the right, tries to cut back, is stuck by Corey Harvey.
No, Juwan Marshall. Corey missed him first. I believe that was Juwan Marshall who got him.
Yeah, from up here, the 8 and the 9 can be a little tough to distinguish.
Corey took his shot and missed, but Juwan Marshall made sure of it.
Second down and about 8.5. The ball just short of the 5-yard line. Sims again drops back to the goal line. And Sims is tripped up, just gets out of the end zone and makes something out of it. He gets out to close to the 8-yard line.
Chris Minton dove for his legs and almost got that knee to touch.
That's about as close to a safety as you can get. But he scrambles out to the 8-yard line, and it'll be third and about 5.
One note defensively for the Trojans, they've got number 45 Will Currents in at linebacker this time. So they are watching the number of plays that Rainey plays going both ways.
And again, if you're just joining us, Denzel Hinton suffered a broken arm last week at Dorman. So it's third down, a little bit more than 5. Sims. And nothing doing. Tackled near the 5-yard line is Lewis.
Key there was the push by the defensive front there by the Trojans. Disrupted the entire play and let the linebackers come in and make the tackle.
So Northwestern forces a 3 and out. The ball just inside the 5. And Jared Clifford will stand at the back of the end zone to kick this ball. We have a timeout on the field with 4:56 to go in the first half. Spartanburg and Northwestern can't make the tackle, and there goes CJ.
Set it up beautifully. Found his blockers. The Trojans showed great ability there. They had one that they could have clipped, and the guy just stood back and refused to block. Great job, Trojans.
Second big play that Northwestern has hit. This one, the special teams. C.J. Barber with a 47-yard punt return for a touchdown. Northwestern leads at 13-7 with Severance on for the extra point.
And Severance punt inside the 3 was the key to start that whole sequence.
Kick by Severance is wide. So it is 13-7. Northwestern, 4:39 to play in the first half.
At the University of South Carolina at Lancaster, students enjoy the advantages of a large university with the convenience of a small campus, like the increased personal attention instructors are able to provide to their students. Because at USCL, they're more than just a number, they're an individual. Capable of excelling in a variety of strong academic programs, and many majors and classes are easily transferred to other universities and colleges. USC Lancaster, more than you expect.
All across Rock Hill, Fort Mill, Tegakay, York, and Lancaster, Comporium Long Distance is rolling out the savings. With the Nickel Now plan, you too can roll out of high long distance with a low 5 cents per minute rate. All day, every day, state to state, with a low monthly fee of $6.95 per month. Sign up today and new customers receive 100 free minutes of long distance service. Choose the Nickel Now plan from Comporium Long Distance and roll out the savings today.
Severance will kick off, and Jim, like you were just saying, you always get kind of a bad feeling when you miss an extra point in a championship game. You just hope it doesn't come back to haunt you. 13-7, Northwestern. Severance kicks off to about the 1-yard line. And that's Surratt, tackled at the 10.
Great coverage by the Trojans. Number 32 there, LaQuavius Swearinger.
So they'll mark it at the 11-yard line, and Spartanburg not having any field position all of a sudden.
Spartanburg came out with that great first field position at the 42, took the ball in for on their first possession for a score. Got some early momentum, and the Trojans have really turned this around.
Spartanburg at the 11. Sims in the shotgun. Wants to throw under a rush. Screen pass, Gist. Ball on the ground. Gist picks it up. On the ground again, and I think Spartanburg got it at the 6.
No, Trojans.
It's Northwestern ball.
My goodness.
And I think it's Corey Harvey.
I think it was Justin Rainey who came out with it.
Yeah, they're giving Rainey all the congrats on that one.
Corey Harvey and Justin Rainey were both at the bottom, and actually that was fumbled twice, Jeff.
Yeah, Gist fumbled it initially, and then it looked like he was going to recover it, and he couldn't. And I thought a Spartanburg player was on it, but not so. And Northwestern has a big chance on another Spartanburg turnover. The ball at the 6-yard line.
And it all goes back to a great read on that screen pass. They just really hit Gist right as he got the ball and caused that ball to come out.
Toss to Rainey. Trying to cut it back inside. He's down close to the 1. Well, this is a big sequence here. They mark it at the 2, 2nd down and goal.
Second fumble of the day by Spartanburg.
Second down at the 2. Williams the fullback, Rainey the tailback. Rainey trying to push his way in. He gets to the 1 and maybe inside the 1. 3rd and goal. Third down from the 1.
.330 to go, first half.
Run from the eye. They give it to Williams, and he is real close to the goal line, but not in.
Powell collapsed on him right at the goal line. No signal yet. Certainly they're going to mark it just short of taking this amount of time.
That close. 4th down. Northwestern has not kicked a field goal all year, and there's no thought about kicking one now.
Thompson goes to the sideline, takes a good bit of time to get the play and bring it back in.
Inches away on 4th down. See if Thompson might want to sneak it. And they took too long. Oh, boy. Unless Spartanburg lined up offside. Let's see. Spartanburg is unhappy.
Spartanburg unhappy.
Not much of a penalty. About an inch.
The key, it gives Northwestern enough time to get the play called and come up. They're not going to be hurried this time once they come to the line.
It's about as close to the goal line as you can get. Williams trying to spin his way. Looks like he's in. He is.
Second effort. They turned him around. He had his back to the goal, kept his feet driving, and Thompson just pushed a little on that line, and they all collapsed into the end zone.
Jonathan Williams gets into the end zone. His 6th touchdown of the year. And Northwestern goes up by 2 scores. And they're going to go for 2 since they missed the extra point after the last one. 2:29 in the half, and Northwestern, after falling behind early, is now playing like the team that we have seen the last 5 weeks. Thompson in the shotgun with nobody behind him. Looks to the end zone, throws, it is caught, and it's Broderick McCrory for the 2-point conversion. So Northwestern leads this game 21-7 with 2:29 to play in the half.
Well,
Ford. 21-7 with 2:29 in the half. And Kyle Saverance will kick off. Mills and Surratt are deep. And this kickoff will go out of bounds.
And in that game, though, Northwestern allowed Spartanburg to just hang around. Big play by Spartanburg late. They had 20 yards to take it in, made the score. Mental mistake by the Trojans then on the ensuing extra point allowed half the distance, and Spartanburg converted a 2-pointer to win the game.
You know, I think that with the stakes being what they are and with that memory still on the minds of the players, I don't think you can see Northwestern really have a letdown here. You may see Spartanburg come back, but it's not going to be because Northwestern's taking it for granted. Spartanburg starts the series at 35. Sims will keep it on the ground. Lewis crosses the 40, has room, and gets up near midfield. Spartanburg will not abandon the run. They were down 9-0 last week to Rock Hill and came roaring back and did it on the ground. Sims rushed for 130 yards last week.
And just after they got down 9-0, he converted a 62-yard run for a touchdown for their first score.
14 yards for Lewis, first down at the 49. Sims wants to throw. Here comes Lyons after him, missed it. Sims will keep it. Tripped up for a loss of about 3 or 4 near the Spartanburg 45.
Great job by the Trojans secondary after Lyons made the miss. They had a long time that they had to stay on coverage, and they did it perfectly. Once Sims was able to shake Lyons, he looked downfield, and there was no one open. He really had no option. He had to run.
Well, Lyons disrupted the play. Didn't make the tackle, but a lot of times the player doesn't make the tackle but still makes it possible for the defense to come up and make a play. That play lost 3, second down at the 46. Sims.
Good push by the Trojan front.
Steps up and throws incomplete. Big hit by C.J. Barber on the intended receiver, Surratt. It'll be 3rd and 13.
And the pressure there caused Sims to throw to Surratt, but he was double covered. Very dangerous pass. He had Barber and Rainey right with him.
Barber almost intercepted one early in the game. On a 3rd and 13.
On a very questionable interference call as well that kept that first Spartanburg drive alive.
It's been all Northwestern since then, though. They've scored 3 times in this quarter. 1:15 to play in the half. 3rd and 13. Sims straight back to throw. They cover up the screen, and Sims has to run with it. Doesn't get far. Not nearly far enough.
And that time credit Corey Harvey. He stayed at home right in the middle. So once Sims broke containment, Harvey was right there to pick him up.
And Lyons putting on a rush from defensive end. Smelled screen, peeled off and went with the back out of the backfield. And that really took Sims' last option away, and he had to run for it. 4th and 12. Nobody deep as Clifford will punt. Hits at the 25. And will roll dead at the 20. Northwestern will get it there. With 29 seconds to play in the half, let's pause for this. Looks like they are, as they're in place for the kneel down by Thompson. So It's been a very big second quarter for Northwestern. They trailed 7-0 after one, but they will go in at halftime up 21-7. 62-yard touchdown pass to Jonathan Joseph early in the quarter. C.J. Barber, a 47-yard punt return for a touchdown, and then after a fumble recovery.
Guys, we've been a football team here for 110 years. We are Rutgers. And that's why we get respect out here, because we played the first football game in the history of college football. Be happy for a day, eat a steak. You want to be happy for a week, buy a car. You want to be happy for a year, buy a house. But you want to be happy for a lifetime, win a championship. We ought to get respect, but we haven't won enough. Guys, they say we're a little bit like the bumblebee. They say your body's too big, your wings are too small, you can't. We will persevere. I want you to remember one thing. They say, you're only one, but you are one. You can't do everything, but you can do something. You can't do what you ought to do, and you ought to do what you should do, and that's why we're going to win the game. Let's go. Come on.
For a touchdown by C.J. Barber.
Trojans have been very opportunistic in the first half, jumping on both of the fumbles and just did a great job on that punt return. Like you say, everything else looks even on paper, but it's 21-7, Northwestern ahead.
Antoine Surratt at the 5-yard line. And Surratt runs the reverse, and here comes Mills. Duran Mills with running room down the right sideline, and he's close to midfield.
First Trojan almost made the tackle, but couldn't quite do it. Then he picked up a couple of good blocks. And Spartanburg starts with great field position again to start the second half.
Brandon Pay made the tackle for Northwestern, and Spartanburg has it at the Viking 48.
Spartanburg held Northwestern 3 and out on the first possession after a short punt. Took it 42 yards away, and that was their only drive for a touchdown, was that 42-yard drive.
And this is their best field position since then. Brandon Sims, 4 out of 5 throwing in the first half for 15 yards under center, and they run the fullback for the first time, just a couple of yards up to midfield.
And one thing to keep in mind, if you look at what Spartanburg has done over the season, they've really been a low-scoring first quarter team, but pretty even second, third, and actually the fourth quarter is their best scoring quarter. So the Trojans got to stay on top of this the entire 24 minutes to take this one back to Rock Hill with a victory.
Travis Lewis running fullback, Donovan Gist at tailback. First time that we have seen both of them in the backfield at the same time. They normally alternate out of a one-back set. Second down and 8, and now Lewis has to come off. It looks like he may be holding his left hand. Duran Mills started in for him, and now here he comes. So 21-7 Northwestern, second half just underway. Spartanburg 2nd and 8 at midfield. And they run from the eye. Sims play fake. And Lyons buries him at the 40-yard line.
Got underneath his blocker and dove for the feet of Sims. Great job.
Paul Lyons with the sack. And that is a loss of 9.
Lyons came into the game with 10 sacks, and a great job there. Just got underneath his blocker, pushed forward, and dove for the feet of Sims.
3rd and 17. Paul Lyons, a junior defensive end, makes a big play there, and it forces Spartanburg into a long yardage situation. Sims, being pressured, steps up, runs. Corey Harvey makes a short tackle at the line of scrimmage.
Once again, faced with 3rd and long, Corey Harvey stays at home and takes down Sims. Great job, Corey Harvey.
Jake Russell flushed Sims out of the pocket, and Harvey makes the tackle. 4th and 17. And Jared Clifford to punt. Ball on the ground, and Spartanburg's going to get it. It looks like Donovan Gist at the Northwestern 23.
Just not enough separation there between the ball arriving and the first defender. And the first mistake for Northwestern.
And that was C.J. Barber, who ran one back for a touchdown in the first half. Tried to make a play with the defender right up at his face. And Spartanburg gets the ball at the Northwestern 23. Brandon Sims in the shotgun. He will run it. Room on the right. Cuts it back inside. Gets close to the 15-yard line.
Football is such a game of emotions, and in a championship game, just want to stay away from those mistakes. The Trojans, with their first of the day, puts their defense in a tough situation here, just 23 yards out from the end zone.
2nd and 3 at the 16. Sims, their leading rusher in the first half, with 10 carries and 37 yards. Sims runs it again, trying to get to the outside, and Northwestern's speed on defense will get him near the line of scrimmage.
C.J. Barber and Corey Harvey there quickly for the Trojans.
Tough to get to the corner against Northwestern.
It really is. Going to bring up 3rd and short here. They've got great team speed. The one thing we wanted to watch coming in was that big offensive line for Spartanburg, how it matched up with that speed of the Trojans.
3rd and 2.
Spartanburg was winning some battles early in this game, but I tell you, the Trojan defense, especially the defensive line, they've been making great penetration throughout the latter part of the first quarter and all of the second quarter.
3rd and 2 at the Northwestern 15. Sims keeps it, and Sims is close to a first down. Let's see where they mark it.
It's going to be extremely close. Forward progress he may have it. Adrian Hart thinks he's a little short.
They're going to have to bring the sticks in and measure. And we're going to have a chance to take a break here. We'll be right back at Williams-Brice in just a minute.
Big play here early in the 3rd period.
Northwestern trying to weather a turnover, their first of the game. And Spartanburg trying to get back into the game. Down by 2 touchdowns. From the 14, the handoff to Lewis, and he tried to go over the top, and I don't know.
I'm not sure about that one. Not much penetration at all.
From here, it looks like Northwestern's held, but they may have to come in and look at it again.
Got a pretty good spot, though, from the official.
They went with the jumbo backfield, and they gave it to Travis Lewis.
It's going to be inches either way it goes on this one.
Northwestern has held.
Great defensive stand.
And the Northwestern defense, great all year, and especially the last 5 weeks, rises up and stops Spartanburg on 4th down.
Just beat that big offensive line. Center goes 6'2", 314 pounds. The Trojans pushed him back. Lewis had no room.
Northwestern gets the ball up to 13. Thompson runs the option, crosses the 15, gets to about the 17.
The carry on the play is by Thompson.
And it'll be 2nd down and 6 at the Trojan 17-yard line.
Trojans, I'm sure, offensively want to come out and establish the run a little more in the second half. 2-touchdown lead. They'd like to burn a lot of that clock as they can and really become more ball control in the second half.
Well, they had only 18 yards rushing in the first half on 17 attempts. 2nd and 7 here. And it's Rainey trying to change direction, getting to the 20-yard line for a gain of about 3. Rainey was Northwestern's leading ball carrier in the first half, 7 carries and 21 yards. 3rd and 3 at the 20.
Did a good job there finding just enough room to make some positive yards. Tried to cut it back. Tried to totally reverse, and then he cut it back up on the inside and just found a little room there.
6:20 and running, 3rd quarter. Northwestern with a 21-7 lead. Here's Rainey, trips and goes down at the line of scrimmage.
Tough break there between Thompson and Rainey. They tripped upon each other's feet. Rainey goes down. The Trojans will have to punt.
So Spartanburg should get good field position again as Kyle Saverance is in to kick. And Antoine Surratt drops deep for Spartanburg. Saverance will hit it from about the 10. Surratt calls for the fair catch at his 48.
Surratt takes the kick.
5:31, third quarter, Northwestern 21-7. We'll be right back.
John's.
Sims runs the option, the pitch to Lewis. Lewis to the 50, trying to straight arm a guy, and he's down to about the 45-yard line of Northwestern.
Travis Hill that time for the Trojans, the defensive end, did a good job forcing Sims to make that pitch. Had his man covered well.
Gain of 7. Second down at the Northwestern 45.
And again, Will Currents and Justin Rainey continue to alternate at that linebacker position with the void of Denzel Hinton.
And Rainey comes in now on 2nd and 3. Linebackers up into the gap and now falling back as Sims goes into the shotgun. Sims takes out, straight run, upfield, first down inside the 40. Sims did not have an option man that time as the back was ahead of him. That was just the run all the way. And Sims picks up a first down to the Northwestern 39.
Sims has a good first step. You got to make sure and cover that line of scrimmage well. That time he had a gap and he took advantage of it.
He's not really a burner. He runs a 4.7, but the first step is key.
Yeah, if you can stretch him out along that line of scrimmage, he's not bound to hurt you as much as if he's got a gap.
Sims on the pass option, throwing into the flat. It is caught by Surratt to the 25-yard line. Another first down.
Surratt downfield in between McCrory and Jonathan Joseph. Nice pass in there by Sims.
McCrory makes the tackle, 15 yards, and a first down to the 24.
So Spartanburg keeping the pressure on the Trojans here in the second half. They trail by 2 touchdowns, but they've been playing on the Northwestern side of the field this entire half.
Very close call on the touchdown, and really the play before it when they ruled that Travis Lewis's knee was down before he fumbled the ball into the end zone.
Love to see a replay on that. A lot of contact. Looked like the ball had come loose before he hit the ground. Ball was in the end zone. Looked like the Trojans had the best chance at the recovery, but the side judge marked it dead at the 1-yard line. Big series here for the Trojans. They need to do something to keep their defense off the field. They can get a score, but one of the keys would be just to take the ball for a while and change field position.
Bobo Thompson throws into the flat. It's caught by Broderick McCrory, and he's tackled at about the 27. That's only the 4th offensive play that Northwestern has run in this quarter. And that'll be the last play of the third quarter. So Northwestern will go to the 4th, leading Spartanburg 21-14. Northwestern trying to regain the momentum it had in the second quarter. The third quarter belonged to Spartanburg. Northwestern will start the 4th with a 2nd and 3 on the 27, leading 21-14. Bobo Thompson to Rainey, trying to get to the outside, and he has a first down to the 31-yard line.
Good job by Rainey. Good hard running. Northwestern needed that first down. They've got to retain ball control and take some momentum back, as you were saying. Defense was out on that field a long time in the third quarter. They had one stand where they turned the Vikings back. Vikings started at the 23. The Trojans held them on downs. They were on that field a long time, and Sims running a lot of rollouts. I know that defense has to be getting tired.
They made Spartanburg really work for that one score in the third quarter, but they're back in the ball game now. First down just across the 30. Thompson will keep it. And Thompson runs into his own blocker, trying to bounce it to the outside. Made a nifty move back to the inside and gets to the 35.
Thompson's so elusive. Bounces around back there, makes turns on a dime. It's some good positive yards.
Got nearly 5 yards, second down, and Call it 6 at the 35. Northwestern trying to run some clock. Got the whole fourth quarter to go.
Shadows now almost completely covering the field here.
Had 2 thrillers already in state championship games here. And looking for a third. Here's Rainey. And Rainey gets a few yards to about the 38.
Play designed to go outside, but Rainey saw a lot of penetration, made a good choice there to cut that one back. Looked like he might have had a gap to cut through.
3rd and 3.
Picked up about 3, but it could have turned into a little more.
And we're going to see a lot of key plays in this quarter. And here's one of them.
Trojans will come with 4 wideouts this time. 3 to the right, 1 to the left.
They spread the field.
Darrow Chisholm, 84 in the slot.
Thompson on the keeper and is hit at the line of scrimmage. They'll have to punt.
Spartanburg waiting for that one.
Kobe Fowler made the tackle for the Vikings. 4th and 3. Severance will kick to Surratt. And the Northwestern defense will be called on again. Surratt, fair catch, makes it at the 29.
Chuck Slaughter there, downfield to force that fair catch. Good coverage by the Trojans.
9:34 to play. We'll be back to Williams-Brice in just a 34-yard punt. Spartanburg starts on the 28. Split backs behind Sims. And Sims to Lewis for short yardage, about 1.
Worst field position of the half for Spartanburg.
Corey Harvey made the tackle after a gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
Trojan defense here like nothing more than a 3 and out to put their offense back on the field.
Spartanburg averaging over 40 points a game throughout the playoffs. Northwestern came into this game without having given up a point in 3 games. 2nd and 9. Sims steps up, throwing, and it is deflected, incomplete.
And a smart
across
play.
Midfield, and the play was made out there by C.J. Barber.
And one of the smartest things he did, Surratt tipped the ball. Barber went ahead and took him to the ground, gave him no chance to catch it on the tip. Heads-up play by Barber.
Now, once the ball is touched, there's no longer pass interference, so you can throw that guy down before he has a chance to grab it again.
Surratt very sure-handed. That ball was fired in there, just unable to take it on the first grab. Barber took him down before he had a chance to catch it on the deflection.
3rd and 9.
Big play.
Sims.
Inside option.
Shovel
He's got
pass.
room.
Here comes Gist. Donovan Gist to the 40-yard line and spins his way out to about the 41. First down.
Was able to sidestep Roderick McCroy there right near the first down marker, taken out of bounds after he had picked up the first down. So a big play by Spartanburg.
They run the inside reverse, and they spot the ball at the 43.
Second time they've run that inside option. First time Northwestern covered it well. That time a nice gainer by the Vikings.
And they pick it up on 3rd and 9. It's a first down at the Spartanburg 43. And Spartanburg wants a timeout.
They're going to have to, they had alignment problems, forced to take the timeout.
8:42 to play, Northwestern by 7.
Rolling Hills Nursery and Landscaping Incorporated has been supplying quality trees and shrubs in York County for over 20 years. With a wide variety of shade and ornamental trees, large balled and burlap sizes to small container trees, we strive to have something for everyone. Azaleas to viburnums, evergreens to deciduous. For hedges or foundation, we have a plant for you. Annuals or perennials, we offer many choices in seasonal color. For all your planting needs, come visit us today at Rolling Hills Nursery and Landscaping Incorporated, 873 Museum Road, Rock Hill.
For the beauty of brick with the strength of concrete, decorative concrete installed by Coda Construction provides excellent durability while simulating the beauty and charm of masonry craftsmanship.
Give 3. 8:42 to play. Sims looking at the four-man front. Rolls right. Throwing into the flat, and it is caught near the first down marker at the Northwestern 48.
Sean Harrison there for Spartanburg. Nice throw by Sims.
Harrison's first catch of the day.
Trojans just not able to get that penetration like they were earlier in the game. Sims has a lot of time right now to pick out his receivers.
Second down and less than a yard. Hughes is out to the right. Surratt in the slot. And the toss to Lewis. First down spilled by Roderick McCrory at the Northwestern 44.
Defensive front for the Trojans fighting their heart out. Good penetration on that one. Unfortunately, the play ran away from where the penetration came from.
Another Spartanburg first down at the Trojan 44. Northwestern defense has been on the field a lot in this half. Here's the late toss, and Northwestern defenses it pretty well, and they will stop Lewis for no gain.
Could have had a bigger loss there. They had him wrapped up. They forced Sims to pitch that a lot earlier than he wanted, and the tailback almost broke away from that pack of Trojans.
Second down and 10. Just inside the Northwestern 45. Play actually lost about a foot. Spartanburg had the ball about 10 minutes in the third quarter. They have 9 first downs, or did after 3 quarters. Northwestern only 3 first downs today. But Northwestern leads 21-14. And they run the inside reverse. Lyons almost makes the tackle on Surratt, slows him up enough, and the pursuit will make the play for a loss of 2 or 3.
Lyons comes back after missing and takes him down. Gets a half a tackle on that. Corey Harvey also there for the Trojans.
Surratt is tough in the open field. Lyons got enough of him to ruin the play.
And Lyons in the first half took that inside option away from him. That time it was a total reverse. Much the same as that inside option as far as how it sets up.
3rd and 12.
Big play for the Trojans here. 6:50 remains.
Sims. Lyons after him again. Sims too much speed for him. Trying to cut back inside. He's inside the 40, short of the first down. But a good run by Sims to bring up a manageable 4th down situation. 6:04 to play. Spartanburg will go on 4th and 4. Sims rolls, trying to buy some time, trying to get to the corner, and he has the first down near the 30-yard line.
Boy, that's Sims. Nice run there. Trojans looked like they had him contained, tried to just stretch him out, and he baited him. He basically kept sidestepping and then finally put on a burst of speed and picks up a huge first down.
You know, they've made a couple of 4th down conversions in this half, and that was a huge one. 7 yards on 4th and 4.
Trojans had him in down and distance on 2nd, 3rd, and 4th down, and the Vikings come away with the first down.
From the 31. Sims will run, and Sims breaks a tackle, gets to the 25, and fights his way to about the 23. And another good effort for Sims. And he is taking control of this game for Spartanburg.
Trojan defenders getting up slowly. Some bending over, holding their pant legs. Not a good sign. You got to somehow dig deep here and stop this Viking drive.
Seems like they've been on the field the whole second half. 2nd down and 3. Sims keeps it. This time they'll get him. And the ball's on the ground, and it's still loose.
Trojans are close.
Let's see. I think Spartanburg got it back, but the play is going to lose all the way back to about the 33.
So close for the Trojans. That ball just kept squirting loose. It's great that it's a loss of 10, but I tell you, I'd much rather see the ball go in the opposite direction. And we've got a lineman down for Spartanburg.
If Brian Vetter recovered that ball for the Vikings, there is a Spartanburg player down. And while they come out and look at him, we'll pause for this.
John's Family Restaurant and Pizzeria special.
Rashad Sullivan is the injured Spartanburg player, and he is slowly walking to the sideline. It's a good thing he was able to get up on his own, because at 348 pounds, it would have taken a few people to get him off the ground.
Sullivan, known as the best blocker on that line, being recruited by Middle Tennessee State, Citadel, Carson Newman, and Wingate.
3rd and 12. And maybe that break will give the defense a chance to catch its breath a little bit. 9-yard loss on the play. Sims down the middle, has Surratt wide open. And Surratt gets to the 10, gets to the 5 before he's run out of bounds.
His favorite receiver, right over the middle, picked up a block and almost took that in for a score.
They have had Spartanburg in some down and distance situations that they like, and the Vikings have been able to pick it up.
And what's happened, unlike in the first half, they haven't had quite enough pressure. They got good pressure on that particular play, but Sims' confidence has really grown in the second half.
They've had 2 3rd and 12s and a 3rd and 9 in this series. And now they've got a first down at the 5.
4:26 to go in the game. Spartanburg down by 7.
Sims fakes it to Gist, is hit at the line of scrimmage by Juwan Marshall.
A little different variation to the game in Rock Hill, but the same score. And unfortunately, the same team has the ball. It was 21-14 Trojans. Late in that game, they had a chance there to take a punt and run the clock out for the victory. They lost the punt. Spartanburg drove it about 20 yards for the score.
And then they went for 2.
Picked up a 2-pointer for the 22-21 lead and win.
2nd and goal at the 5. Sims, Lewis trying to reverse his field. Down he goes.
And a great defensive play. Best of the half there by the Trojans.
Jonathan Joseph. Good penetration. Lewis tried to reverse his field, and Jonathan Joseph gets him for a loss of 6.
They had
3rd and goal.
They had Sims covered, made him pitch, and they had Lewis covered as well.
But here once again, Spartanburg in a long yardage situation. They picked it up 3 times on this drive.
You're going to have Adrian Hart on Surratt. That's his key receiver.
3rd down from the 11. Sims, Surratt. 4th time in the drive they've made it on 3rd and long.
He sold the inside move once he got in the end zone and cut it instead to the outside corner, and Sims just hung tough in the pocket and drilled the pass in.
Boy, that's both times we've seen Spartanburg this year when they have come back from 2 touchdowns down against the best defense in the state. Clifford's extra point ties this game at 21 with 3:03 to play. Spartanburg had 2 3rd and 12s, 3rd and 11, and 3rd and 9 in the drive. And they scored to tie the game, an 11-yard pass from Sims to Surratt. 3:03 to play. It's tied at 21.
Too often on that drive, we heard Sims to Surratt making the big plays. Trojans have only run 9 offensive plays this half. They're going to have just under 3 minutes when they take over after this kickoff.
Clifford will kick it into the end zone. And Northwestern's 80 yards away. A 78-yard drive for Spartanburg, and nobody has really done that to Northwestern's defense in an awful long time.
And I think it goes back to the amount of time they've been on that field this second half.
15 plays. And now Northwestern has to regroup. Thompson out of the shotgun. Throwing to the sideline, and it is caught for a short gain of about 3 yards by Brandon Pay. 2nd and 7 at the 23. Northwestern has just 1 first down in this half and only 4 for the game.
Look for the Trojans. They might come back to that if what you're trying to do there is run some receivers deep, throw underneath, catch a missed tackle, and pick up a big play.
2nd and 7. Thompson looks downfield, deep to Coleman. It's almost intercepted as the ball was overthrown and almost picked off by Johnny Tucker.
Threw into double coverage that time. Coleman was out there, but really not too open on that.
3rd and 7. And Johnny Tucker really should have had that ball.
I put pressure on Surratt here. He's going both ways. He was real active on that offensive series. He's got Broderick McCrory this time.
Giving him about a 10-yard cushion. Thompson steps up, swings the ball to Rainey, made one man miss, fighting for the first down, and has it at the 32.
That was all Justin Rainey. Made the first one miss and just plowed ahead with 2 guys on him. Picks up a key first down. Vikings that time, they're giving Surratt, even though they're having to keep him out there, letting him play with a little cushion, also playing zone on McCrory there. So he's got help. He's not locked up man-to-man so far.
Northwestern with a first down at the 33. Thompson sets up, going deep to McCrory, and it's broken up. And that was Surratt back there for Spartanburg.
I think you got to keep putting pressure on him. He's one of the few going both ways for the Vikings. That time, though, a couple of Trojans ran routes right together. Joseph and McCrory were both right in there together. Got to think that one of them possibly ran off the wrong route.
1:53 to play. 21-21.
Haven't seen a screen pass from the Trojans.
Well, they ran that little dump off to Rainey here just a couple of plays ago. But that was more of just a safety valve than an actual screen. Thompson sets up, looks long to Joseph. Jump ball, and it is broken up incomplete at the 20-yard line, and it was Reinhardt who knocked it away from Joseph.
Javis Reinhardt and Jonathan Joseph locked up there going at each other for possession of that ball.
So it'll be 3rd and 10.
Larry Brown getting good pressure off the end there. A lot of time Justin Rainey's got to stay in there as an extra blocker to protect Thompson, especially on those long routes. He enabled Thompson that time to have the time to throw it downfield.
You know, if you throw it incomplete, you might be giving Spartanburg enough time to do something with it. 1:43 to play. Thompson to throw, big rush.
There he is.
Gets it off to Rainey. Rainey across the 40, and he has a first down to the 44.
Good hard running. He was 1 block away from making that a big play. Wide receiver there tried to catch a block and wasn't quite quick enough to get over there and make that block for him.
And that's the same play that got him the first down earlier in the series. 11 yards of first down to the 44. Northwestern hasn't kicked a field goal all year, but it may come down to that. Thompson. Pressure.
Needs to get rid of it.
Keeps the play going. Thompson now has some room to the sideline. Gets out of bounds at the 48-yard line.
And a smart play by Thompson. Saves the timeout, goes out of bounds, stopping the clock with 1:04. Got about as much as he could out of that play.
That looked like a loss of about 10 or 12, and Thompson somehow escaped, winds up making 4.
the time left in the game. You can't afford a loss like he almost got into. I was hoping at first he would just try to jump up, throw to a receiver, overthrow him, just get that incomplete pass. Managed to get out of that pack and make some positive yards.
2nd and 6 at 48. Thompson again. This time pressured. Running out of time, and down he goes for a loss of a couple at the 46. Thompson had time to throw, couldn't find anybody downfield.
Thought about Rainey in the middle. Rainey tried to slip out when there's no one to block, but the linebacker picked him up quickly, so he closed off that option for him.
3rd and long, timeout Northwestern with 51 seconds to play in a tie game.
Proper lighting can make any home more attractive, but the staff at Decorative Lighting.
Thompson trying to make a play, going to run for it. Fumble, and Spartanburg's got it at midfield.
Hit from behind, carrying that ball loosely. Thompson loses it. Spartanburg recovers.
Cedric Pearson on the football for the Vikings, and now Spartanburg's got a chance to win it. At the Spartanburg 49.
Second fumble of the half by the Trojans. 2 turnovers in that first half by Spartanburg, 2 in the second half by the Trojans.
43 seconds to play in regulation. Brandon Sims has 3 receivers to the long side of the field and 1 to the short side. Sims runs the inside reverse. Gist is hammered by Paul Lyons.
Paul, I think, wants him just to keep running that play. He's been there except for one time today. Every time they've run, whether it's an inside option or a reverse.
Gist did a good job to hang on to that ball as Lyons really drilled him.
23 and running on the play clock. Spartanburg taking a lot of time here.
Play lost 6. And Spartanburg in no hurry as we come up on 10 seconds to play. Here's the toss to Gist, and Gist is wrapped up after a gain of just a yard or so, and that's going to do it for regulation.
Paul Lyons again on the tackle.
So we're going to go Kansas City shootout. This game is tied at 21. Overtime for the state championship right after this. Each team has a series from the 10-yard line.
Watched the Kansas City shootout at the college level this year with, let's see, who was it? Mississippi and Arkansas. The longest game in college history.
Well, now they go from the 25.
They go
where
from
the high schools go from the 10.
I believe they played 7 overtimes that night.
Get your money's worth. Well, every time that Spartanburg is needed to make a play in the second half, they've made it. Northwestern's defense on the field for almost all of the second half, and they had Spartanburg in a lot of 3rd and longs on that touchdown drive that tied the game late, but they just couldn't seal the deal. From the 10, they give it to Jonathan Williams, and he's stopped for no gain.
Blevins, lineman for the Trojans, slow to get up. I think Williams ran up the back of his leg there, kind of got twisted.
And now Williams comes out as Northwestern will go into a passing formation.
That's one thing the Vikings have taken away from the Trojans today. Jonathan Williams has had a good playoff run. Had a lot of good carries, but tonight, not much there for him.
They go with 3 wideouts on 2nd down from the 10. Thompson rolls. Throwing, has a man open, and it is incomplete. Jason Coleman, the intended receiver, and the ball thrown a little short, but he was open.
Vikings in pursuit there. A couple of the defensive backs left to go for Thompson. Ball, tough throw there to make. Just a little bit short.
Well, that's kind of the whole second half rolled up into that play. So close. But Northwestern coming up just a little bit short.
Trojans need to turn that around. They've got to be the one that makes the play here. It's 3rd down from the 10.
You really have to get something.
With the momentum on Spartanburg's side, so you really want to go ahead and take this one in for a score. Don't want to leave the defense out there.
Thompson keeps it.
He got it.
Down the sideline. Did he step out? I think he stepped out at about the 5.
Oh, he did.
4th and goal at the 5, and I think you have to kick it here.
Tried to tightrope it. A lot of the students down there thought he had made it.
Again, so close and so far. And here comes the field goal team.
Spartanburg will take a timeout to make him think about it.
So there's a timeout, and we'll be back after this.
Well, hey there.
2 yards. Block.
Got to get him down.
They'll blow it dead. Surratt came out of there with it. Spartanburg will get its chance now.
Spartanburg crowd below us here celebrating. Again, the momentum the entire second half is gone in their direction. They've been making the plays here.
And now Spartanburg needs any kind of a score, and they'll win this game.
It's up to this Trojan defense. They've got to come through with a big play. And you've got to wonder how many yards before the Vikings will go for that field goal. They've got a good kicker.
Well, Clifford's coming out right now.
He's 7 of 15 this year on field goals, his longest from 36 yards.
They're going to kick it on 1st down. .27 yards for Jared Clifford, and Northwestern calls a timeout. We'll be back. If you get a bad snap or you mess it up somehow, you cover it up. If you miss the kick, then that's the end of your series. Here's Jared Clifford. And that's it.
Well, a great year by the Trojans ends with a bitter ending.
Well, that's the second time this year that Northwestern has had Spartanburg down by 2 touchdowns. And Spartanburg has come back both times to win. They're the only team that has beaten Northwestern this year without shutting Northwestern out. And Northwestern unable to hold on to that lead. And I think you go back to the second half and a fumbled punt early in the second half. And even though Spartanburg didn't score off of it, it kind of set the tone. And they just kept wearing down and wearing down and wearing down Northwestern. And eventually they got back and tied the game with about 3 minutes to go. And again, on that series, they had long yardage 4 different times. They picked it up on 4th down. They had 4 3rd and longs. And they got the touchdown on 3rd and 11. And Northwestern just coming so close to stopping Spartanburg, but couldn't make that play that would have given them the ball back.
I think you're exactly right. Spartanburg really turned the tide by taking over.